Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Rayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah. Namaste, dear friends. Today is another wonderful day. You are aware, full moon day. We started on a full moon day, and you know, not only on the full moon day, the previous day and the next day, its vibes will be wonderful. So when we meditate on full moon day, the power will be multifold. That's why Brahmarshi Patriji and other masters always say, don't sleep, full moon day, meditate and see what happens. It's equivalent to meditating for weeks or months. So it's an opportunity. Who have made it today are lucky. So let's see. Last sessions we talked about Yama and Niyama. You know, Ashtanga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. These are the Bhagiranga Yoga. Then highest yoga is Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, called as Antaranga Yoga. That last sessions we discussed about Yama and Niyama. Yamas are prohibitions and Niyamas are observances which we are supposed to practice practically. We have to follow. Right. Now, about the Yama, you know, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. And the other day, someone was asking, probably about Jain something. In fact, the Yama, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, what Patanjali Maharshi talks about, is the same adopted by the Jains. They call as Anuvritas. Anuvritas of Jains are nothing but Yamas only. These five: Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. See the why Jains they talk about Ahimsa. Not only Ahimsa, all the five. These are the foundations for them. I think the 24th Tirthankara Mahavir chain, you know, became popular, and even in Karnataka, in our state, Gomateshwara statue, maybe the highest, is there, and people congregate there and all that. So, and they practice all the five, very important. These Tirthankaras are like Munis, what we talk about, they are also Munis. So they don't even wear any dress because they're gone beyond that, like Ramana Maharshi. Body awareness is not there, gone beyond the body. So always they are in that Sthita Prajna state, equilibrium state. No attachment to senses. So they are not worried about which part is showing itself. The whole body is open. So that is the purpose of real yoga, reaching that state. Whatever path you take, whatever, all these isms are only followed by, you know, some master came just to re-establish that. It is not their invention, it's all re-establishing. So in Veda, it is already there. That is why in Hinduism or yoga is a way of life, we say. And there is no a single master as that universe. It has come. And it is passed on. And various masters have found out that from their experience, then passed on. That is why Shruti, Smriti, Purana, all these things. Sage Vyasa, who codified, in fact, Veda into 4. He is not the creator of, he is not an author like a book writing. That's why called Veda Vyasa we call. And 1200 years back, Adi Shankaracharya came and he wrote bhashyas, commentaries on all these things. That is why we came to know all these things. And we were talking about even chakras. The next session, probably I'll talk about Pranayama, the little bit of chakra. Just one information I would like to tell is, see, we were talking about chakras in the earlier sessions. At least in India, you would have heard about Kailas Parvat, Manasa Sarovar, the lake, the highest lake on Earth planet. And what is the special of Kailas Parvat? It is not the abode of Shiva, actually, it is Shiva himself. And we talk about the 7th chakra. This Mount Kailas is the Sahasrara chakra of our planet. And which is the root chakra that is in your US. Mount Shasta, you would have heard. There is a near California, Northern California, and this lava comes there and all that. So it's a vortex of energy. So people go there. There is one Pillai I used to see in YouTube. He's from my wife's place. He settled there. He's in astrology and Veda and meditation. He conducts a lot of spiritual retreats, mostly from there. So who are in US, you should see such places. Just go and feel the energy you get from there. See, all ancient temples we go, why? When you go there, that vortex, you get something from there. So you don't have to do anything, just be there. Your presence is important. Totally not for taking videos and selfies and all that. Be there and see. Photos will last for a few minutes, your photos. Whereas when you are in the vortex, what you receive will last forever. It will rejuvenate. So certain things we have to understand, and it is just nearby us. See, for example, Bangalore, where I stay, just 30 kilometers only the pyramid is there, where Brahmarshi Patriji, but 90% of the Bangaloreans have not even gone there. See, this is unfortunate. That's why lack of knowledge, wrong knowledge. We should make use of such thing. We should search for such thing rather than going for, pleasure centers. Whereas higher energy where you get just like that. So make it easy. The law of least effort, as Deepak Chopra used to say, operates then automatically. You don't have to struggle. So knowledge is power, but not bookish knowledge. What you listen. See, what Swami Vivekananda says, we are stuck in the past. Whether it is good or bad, what is happening today, everything happens for the good. I told the story the other day. Glory be unto mistakes also. Don't look back. What next? Go ahead. Go ahead. With your head down, bowing down wherever you go. Not like this. Like this. See the difference. When you bow down to the universe, you start receiving, showering happens. So Sage Patanjali's great teachings, followed by many, many, many. And there are a lot of practical examples to that. So what about mind he says, Mana eva, not only he, the sages said, Mana eva manushyana karanam bandhamoksha yoho. So why we have to understand the mind? Mind is the cause for bondage. Mind is the cause for liberation also. So through mind we can attain that. Same thing Buddha said, mind is heaven, mind is hell. Now, I would like to narrate a small story. Some of you would have heard about Bodhidharma. In fact, Bodhidharma was the Buddha disciple who spread Buddhism to China. Same way Zen Buddhism is in Japan. We all know Zen meditation, you would have heard. That is Japanese. So here, this Bodhidharma went there and he spread Buddhism. Then at that time, the emperor of China, he went and met him and asked, Master, my mind is very restless and in turmoil. What can I do? And Bodhidharma told him, give me your mind. Then emperor said, after meeting you, my mind is not restless. See the presence, as I just vortex centers, and also when you are in the presence of really enlightened masters, something happens which cannot be explained. It is an experience, beautiful experience. And real, so you can feel in such places. Otherwise, you will not stay there. Great people. It is not that popularity who has got millions or billions of followers. That is not the thing. There are so many who are not at all known. Avadhudas we call. See the north, you know what happens. The melas happen. All sadhus, so many come in there. You don't know. So many are so powerful. Just mere presence with them itself is sufficient. So the emperor said, after meeting you, my mind is not restless. Then Bodhidharma tells him, okay, so go back. And whenever you find your mind is restless, catch it and bring it to me. Okay. So emperor sincerely went back. But Mind was restless. So he tried how to do. Very seriously tried. But he could not catch his mind. So he came back to Bodhidharma and pleaded with you, oh master, I cannot catch the mind. Why? Because it is in me. Okay, then Bodhidharma says, okay, since the mind is within you, go within and catch it from within. Then Emperor just closed the eyes and said, I am only seeing it as an activity, as a movement. So he found out what is mind then. So my dear friend, this is the famous teaching of Buddhism, that the mind is within you and it is only a movement or an activity. Okay. Now, if it is an activity, then what can we do about it? That is the beauty. We can learn how to. Any activity can be stopped, right? How does one relate to an activity? So now, for example, you are all sitting here. I didn't say how to sit or anything. How many of you are sitting comfortably? How many of you are just moving your feet or just moving your body or doing something with hands here and there touching? Are you sitting still? It's not happening. See the relationship between body and mind. So what happens is awareness is the key here. You have to use an activity if you are keeping on doing unconsciously. This is what is happening. When you even listen to some discourses, you will be keep on moving your feet, or you may be thinking of something else. You may be analyzing. The body and mind both becomes restless and wandering mind and body keep on tuning to that music, dancing. So be aware, observe. So you have to use the body and mind only when it is essential. When it is not essential in our lives, don't use it. In our lives, we go on doing things even when they are not at all necessary, right? So become more and more conscious. Otherwise, you are abusing your own power. You are wasting your energy. If one is watchful and uses the mind when required, then a lot of energy is saved. In Vedanta, it is called Andar Mauna, going to silence. It is not just not speaking. This is the real silence, pure silence. This is one of the basic sadhana in yoga. To talk only when required. That is why we are asked to practice mauna once in a way, once a week, once a fortnight, or every day, 1 hour, like that. Keep on increasing the duration and see. Then you find that there is no need to speak many of the times in the day, whether you are in the workplace or in the house. You can even just show gestures, you can communicate more than the words. How the persons who cannot defend up, they communicate, you see. So use it, not abuse it, the power God has given to us. See, not only the external, when you say Andar Mauna, think of the self-talk. Keep on inside. That is the major issue. All the human beings, we are all facing. So once you understand this, you will find a tremendous silence descending upon you if you practice real silence, the inner silence you get. So spirituality, if you want to flower, it can flower only in this wonderful silence. A silent mind is a peaceful mind, you all know. Silent mind is a creative mind. This is what Patanjali refers as Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So, how to do? We discussed enough earlier. Various methods, what are all the issues, etc. Now he comes to the third limb, asana. Whereas that is more popular today, not knowing what it means. thinking that it is exercise to have a beautiful body so that I can contest in the Miss World, Miss Universe, Mr. So-and-so, all those things. 6 abs and all those things. That you can go to gym and do it, enough. But that will not last. It's all momentary. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. This is the only definition he talks about asana. He never discussed in Patanjali Yoga Sutra more about asana, but only about mind. He's the psychiatrist of the psychiatrist. But this one sutra is, if you really understand, what is Thiram Sukham? 2 ingredients, steady, comfortable. Are you? Now ask yourself, are you steady? Then it is a posture, that's all. Any posture you can use for meditation. So, for meditation, now we understood meditation is the key for our inner growth, for our spiritual journey. But if you cannot sit, if you are chanchala in body also, when the body is still, mind also is still, vice versa, because mind is the subtler aspect of the body. Body is the grosser aspect of mind. So mind is not an organ, as we have been listening from many masters. The entire body, you talk about subconscious, it's the entire body. Conscious, subconscious, superconscious, unconscious, all what you talk about. Where is the mind? The mind is the cause. Again, mind drains out the energy. We think of the spiritual energy, sahasrara, but actually when we are born, when we have come out of the womb, we are already having the coiled up energy in the root chakra. That is what we call about Kundalini Shakti, with a tremendous, like atom bomb. It is there. It is sleeping beauty, sleeping energy. So that is why we say awakening the Kundalini, which is already within us, the vital life force running because of that. Otherwise, we are just a body matter. So it is there. So first, when you sit comfortably, and particularly cross-leg, Padmasana and all that, you are connecting to the earth, Mother Earth. You're getting grounded, we say. If you are not grounded, then nothing will happen. No progress can happen. So starting, learn. So that means, that's why we say spine erect. See, your spine, your head, neck, and body should be aligned, straight line. That's why it says spine erect, as far as possible. Those who cannot because of the lifestyle only, you get back pain, so you need a support. Even if you take a support, don't keep the head on the wall or chair or sofa. So don't sit like a couch potato. Always, if you see, use all the cushion. You'll be sitting like this only, like a rabbit. And avoid always. See, I hardly use my back support. Now also I'm sitting in a beautiful chair only, but I'm not taking any back support. It has become habit. So it becomes like that. You forget. What do you forget? Always. Even while watching TV, you can simply sit like this and watch. You can simply sit like this and watch also. Anything, when you talk with others also. Yes. So you have, whatever posture you are doing, be awake. Think of that. Just feel the body. That is why I say, straight line, aligned. When you see what happens, this Kundalini Shakti naturally gets awakened. Your energy starts moving up. And see, when you go to such places, it is for recharging, like Mount Shasta, Root Chakra, and Kailas Parvat is Sahasrara Chakra. And there are other centers in the world. All the 7 chakras of the earth is there. So people have found going there, a lot of benefits. They have got it. So Sthiram Sukham Asana means firm but relaxed. So always cross legs you practice, those who can. If you don't use your body, use it or lose it. That's all. By not using, you will not achieve anything. That's why I say, if you buy a machine and just keep it inside, what will happen? It will only rust. It is better to wear out than rusting out, right? Let the body wear out. It's okay. But don't allow it to rust. Use it. Work physically. What you can do at any age. Age is nothing to do. It is just a number. That's all. So learn. For that, you have to put in a lot of effort. Without that, my dear friends, no. So mind and body should become one. Consciously practice sitting in any posture, but always cross-leg postures, Sukhasana at least. So that's why we call it Sukhasana. Simply sitting cross-leg, it's Sukhasana. All pujas and all that, we do in that. But many people, they've been doing as a ritual. And now after 50s and all that, you are not able to sit. So still you sit on chair for 1 hour, 2 hours and do puja. Why? That means you are only doing puja externally. You never thought of this. This itself is the temple. Deho devalaya prokto jivo deva sanatanaha. Tejed ajnana nirmalyam soham bhavena pujaye. This itself is a temple. When you do that puja, let inner puja also happen. Treat it as a temple. Give that respect. That's what I said. Mantras and all that, not just like that, taking initiation, doing meditation in bed and dirty places. No. Give respect. Respect yourself. Self-respect, this body. Then no external puja is needed. Wherever you are, you can do that. So create, wherever you go, you create a sacred space there. So the second sutra, what we talk about asana is Prayatna Shaitilya Ananda Samapatibhya. Lessening the natural tendency for restlessness, and by meditating on the infinite, posture is mastered. See, here he is talking the other way. We were talking that if you have a good posture only, you can meditate. Here what he says is, your restlessness not only in the mind, also in the body, that can be removed or lessened by meditating on the infinite. Brahman, whatever, Om, Om, Om. But the infinite, now why Om and idols, symbols all we are using? Because how to know Brahman? Because Brahman is indefinable. You cannot define Brahma, that which cannot be described. So for that, the easiest you can do is you can visualize the vast blue sky. That's the nearest. Expansiveness, unlimited space, blue color sky we said, though there is no blue as such. When you go closer, go, but where is the blue? No, but we are seeing because of this physical eyes, the colors like that. And talking about the colors also we discuss. All these colors have influence on our body. See, we call it as chromopathy, color healing. Taking the sun rays and putting the color glasses in the box, you lie down under that, you can heal. There's a process. Naturally healing happens. Naturopathy hospitals, it is there. You should experience that. Same way you can charge the water, skipping in the color bottles, not in the plastic. Bottle is the best. So, Prayatna Shaidilya Ananda Samapatipya. Wow. How do we do? So, Brahman, infinite, go through the known channels, like blue sky, you can do that. Then you achieve stability, like that. So when you meditate, so when the mind is calm, your body also becomes still the body, when you still the mind. So both are vice versa, both are not different, because both are same. That is why we call yoga is body, mind, intellect. Integration is really yoga. It is not doing asana or exercise. We call as yoga exercise. We call it as breathing exercise. No, pranayama is not just breathing exercise. Beyond that, the next session we talk about. So here the key is synchronicity. Your mind and body synchronizing. That's even a simple movement when you do breathing and movement. There should be synchronicity. Totally aware, synchronized, like that body and mind. That is real yoga practice. Thiram Sukham Asanam should allow to happen. So, Prayatna postures become firm and relaxed through control of the natural tendencies of the body and through meditation on the infinite. That is what he means by Ananda. So, we reach that state automatically by practice. You can reach to the Samadhi state. Siddhasana alone. There are people who practice and attain Samadhi state, doing nothing, simply sit in Siddha Asana. Very name, you can get a lot of siddhis, Ashta siddhis, Anima, Garima, like that. become a anu, like a small, and also vast, like Hanuman, what he did. When he went to Lanka, he became so big, everybody was terrified. So it is possible for you and me by practice, but don't get stuck. That is not the goal. It is a journey, attaining siddhis, creating miracles. No, everyone can create miracles. That is not the goal itself. But the point is, understand that it is possible. Anything is possible. Everything is possible. So then he says, Tato Dvandvan abhighataha. Tado Dvandvan abhighataha. Thereafter, one is not disturbed by the dualities. So when you reach that stage, then you are no longer troubled by the dualities of our sense, likes and dislikes, sukha, dukkha, heat, cold, all those things goes. Samatvam yoga uchyate. That stage we can reach automatically. So about asana, why he has not talked much, people are thinking. So this is enough. It is only a means, it is not a goal, asana. So through practicing good asanas, when you become stable and steady, sthiram sugam, and sthiram chiram sugam, by regular practice, abhyasa, the sugha should become chira, permanent, long, for a long time, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, should be able to sit. In the beginning, when I learned yoga, only there I could not do, but after meeting an enlightened master, we started meditation. Then we have to sit 2 hours, 3 hours, like that. Becomes, you forget the body, that's all. So because your focus is not on the body, not on the external things, only ekagrata comes. You just think of what is taught at that time only on Om or the symbol or mantra, yantra, mantra, whatever. So you become that cool and calm. And of course, pranayama is the next. So yama niyama, you have to practice in everyday life, not just for meditation, throughout life. Foundation for your real growth. Then practice asana for your own good, physically, mentally, in all respects. Then pranayama for moving the energy, right kind of energy to flow through all the energy centers, chakras. Then pratyahara, we already talked, we will again talk about it later. Sense control. Then dharana happens, dhyana happens. Dharana is a practice. By dharana practice, concentration, focusing, it becomes defocusing. That is dhyana. Dhyana is a happening. That is when then at least for a few minutes, I don't say anything, you just sit. Let it happen. Nothingness. So mind is not wandering. So some techniques are needed. Music, mantra, all we use only to go to that state. Go straight away. We are all in this mundane life. Not possible any. So practice all this. Ultimate goal is same. Whatever yoga, you give the name. That name and fame, forget. Just practice what you learn for a longer time. Regularly, consistently, with a commitment, and put in conscious effort. See the wonderful things happen, dear friends. Now, let us sit comfortably. And I talked about Mount Shasta. Same way in US, in fact, I want to see these two places in my life. I don't know when it will happen. Oregon, there is a Sri Chakra formation. We talk about yantras, chakras. Sri Chakra is the mother of all yantras. Naturally, it is formed in Oregon. It cannot be easily approached and all that. It was found by some flying there, it seems. If you Google, you know all the details. I don't know who from US, how many of you have heard or seen, let alone seen. Lifetime, these are all the things. These are all the adventures. Say Mount Kailas. Nobody has ever climbed, whereas Mount Everest close by. Yes, Tenzing and Hillary, then so many even today. Climbing is happening. But Mount Kailas, why? Because it is sacred. You cannot. Nobody has done it. Whoever has tried have failed and came back only. Because see the sanctity naturally. So once you understand that, till now there is no record. I have gone there and enjoyed. Of course, not climbing. 20,000 plus feet, doing pradakshina, circumambulation. So the vortex of energy is there. Same we call as Garbhagudi in temples. The olden temples, ancient temples, you can see. That's why all are not allowed straight away inside unless you are ready. There are some restrictions because not to pollute, and you may get even shock-like things. If you just like that enter, it is in your interest. Same way Kundalini awakening, you may become mad. There are people I have seen. And by other masters, they could cure. Doctors could not cure. These are all the facts of life, actually. That's why don't be afraid. Have courage, but go to the right place, right people. Then slowly, steadily. That's all. Have patience. If you have real patience, abundant patience, you will not become a patient in a hospital. This is my guarantee I can give you with confidence, right, friends? So take a comfortable position. If you are not, with eyes gently closed, let us go for this wonderful full moon meditation. And I am blessed. Last starting day also, first day, second day, I had the privilege of guiding you in this batch, and earlier also December and November also I could lead. It's privilege. I am blessed. So let us join today for this wonderful, beautiful full moon meditation. And let the moon in your heart shine forever. From today, no looking back, my dear friends. You are only ascending, no descending. That's all. Right. Gently close your eyes. Take few deep breaths. Comfortable level. Let the energy flow. Let the energy flow wonderfully. Comfortable position. Comfortable breathing. Let's align with the natural elevating energy encompassing our universe. Take a deep, long, relaxed breath and release all the tensions, stress, and anxiety. With the background music, continue. Comfortable, deep and slow breathing. With each breath, you go deeper and deeper state of calm, peaceful, serene relaxation. Trust yourself first. Let's relax the whole body. From toes, the top of your head. Relax the toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your knees. You may even tighten the knees and release. Let go all the tension. Relax your thighs, hip joints. Inhale and compress your buttocks and release. Relax your pelvis, coccyx region, lower back. Relax all your abdominal organs. Relax all the organs. Feel the relaxation happening. Relax your mid-back. Moving up vertebrae by vertebrae. Relax your upper back. Your chest region, externally and internally. Relax. Relax your hands from fingers moving up, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulder blades, shoulders. Relax completely. Let go all the tension and stress. Unburden yourself. Feel the stress and tension melting away. Like steam evaporating. You are not carrying anything. The world is not on your head like Atlas. No. You are free. You are letting go everything, becoming lighter and lighter. Relax your neck, throat, back of your head, top of your head. Relax. Your scalp, completely relax. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, collapse the eyeballs, relax. Relax your nostrils. Relax your ears, cheeks, lips, tongue. Release all the tension from the root of your teeth. Relax your jaws, your chin. Relax the whole face. Feel the face glowing, smiling beautifully. Feel the smile like Buddha's smile. Glance through the body from head to foot. Totally relax. Feel the lightness of the body and the mind too. Becoming one, just the space. In this state of pure, deep relaxation, now imagine or visualize or picturize a beautiful light above your head. You may choose the color of the light. Any color you are able to visualize is fine. If nothing can be visualized, just think of the beautiful sky, blue sky color. It is healing, powerful light. Just feel. The light is flowing through your crown and filling every cell of your body, flowing through your brain cells and every part of your head and face, cleansing and energizing the whole face, so soothing and calming, going deeper and deeper. Enters your neck now and shoulders, healing every fiber and tissues. Now the beautiful light energy flowing through the arms, through the spine, healing all the muscles, tissues, and every cell. Feeling healing energy throughout. Feeling so soothing and peaceful. The soothing light is flowing through your chest, heart. You are now so peaceful, so relaxed, going deeper and deeper. With each breath, soothing light flowing to your abdomen area, rejuvenating, relaxing all the organs and muscles there. Breathing normally. Healing light is flowing to your lower body. Through the hips, thighs, knees, calf muscles, healing the body wonderfully and reaching the feet and toes. You are feeling so relaxing, refreshed, and soothing. You are listening to my voice only. All other sounds of the surroundings only help you to go more deeper and deeper. Now the powerful light has completely filled the body and is overflowing. Light is becoming like a bubble outside your body and enveloping you, making you more and more calm and peaceful. In a few moments, I am going to count from 10 to 1. With each number, it heals you deeper and deeper. By the time I reach 1, your mind is no longer limited by the barriers of space and time. So deep that you can experience all levels of your dimensional self. So deep that you can remember everything. 10, 9, 8, going deeper than before. 7, 6, 5, deeper and deeper and deeper. 4, 3, very, very deep, so calm and relaxed, peaceful. 2, 1, good, beautiful, relaxed and serene state. Now, imagine yourself walking down a beautiful staircase, down, down, deeper and deeper down. With each step of your level, even more deeper. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you see a beautiful garden. A garden full of flowers, fountains, plants, trees, green grass, benches and places to relax too. A beautiful place, a marvelous place, serene and nice. You go into the garden, just go. Visualize yourself in the garden now. Your body can completely heal itself here. Still filled with the wonderful light energy. As you go deeper and deeper, your body becomes refreshed, renewed, rejuvenated, and healed with a wonderful energy. Later, when you are awake, you feel so refreshed and in full control of your body and mind. The deepest and deepest level of your mind can open up, and you can remember everything. Just be there in this wonderful space, smelling, tasting, feeling the warmth of the air, coolness of space. Feel something beyond the senses. You are transcending your senses. You have transcended the mind too. You have become one with the nature. The beautiful moon shining in your heart, spreading the light within and without. It's going on. Just be in the space with yourself. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just be with yourself until I remind you, be there. Just slowly start coming back. Slowly get ready to come back to this physical reality. You may move your limbs if needed. You may also take a deep breath. I'll count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you can open your eyes. You become aware of your body, feeling in full control, feeling great, fresh, with beautiful energy. 1, 2, 3. Slowly, if you are ready, no hurry. 4, 5. Dear friends, you may open your eyes with a broad smile, feeling fine and wonderful, ready to plunge into this beautiful world of yours. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spiritual tablets, for creating this platform. Now it's time to share our joy. There is no party without company, right? So feel that. Say entertainment, somebody will be watching. But as Osho says, you should celebrate. Celebration means you are part of that. Celebrate life itself. Leave yesterday. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. Today is the present gift. Take the present and share it. If nobody is sharing, it only makes me feel one of the two things. Either you are fully immersed in meditation, so you become really silent under Mona. The other one is you are not here in the real sense. Only two possibilities I could see.
Yeah, permission, sir. Amazing meditation today.
The minimum thing all of you can do is just open your video and just let all see the energy of smile radiating. Let it become contagious. Forget the pandemic. Let this be the yes, sir, Shyam Prasad Garu. You are always there. Ashish, you can unmute.
Yeah. Okay. So you were saying, so actually I was just silent because it was so nice to be silent and didn't want to open the mouth at all. That was the experience. And so I want to actually ask one more question, sir, because we have been talking about silence and the virtues of silence.
Yeah.
And my experience is that when I get up in the morning, uh, so whenever I get up early in the morning when there is silence and it's dark, 5:30, 6, etc. Uh, the state of mind at that point of time. I mean, everyone says it's a very nice time, but somehow my mind is a little sad every time. Get memory, sorry, memories of the past or my parents. Both my parents are no more. So, and then when the actual buzz starts, when everyone in the family wakes up, or when there is light, etc., then the mind starts becoming more happier. So my experience of early morning silence is that of melancholy and sadness. So just wanted to.
Yeah. See, when you get up early morning, what is the first thought coming? We should observe. For that, you will find that even in sleep, the mind is in seed state, right? So the last thought before sleeping will be the first thought when you get up. That is why we say go meditatively for sleep. Some say, what are all the things you have done, write in diary, all this ABCD. Do all those things if you want, fine. I am not criticizing. But in the end, the last 4 or 5 minutes, very important is if you dwell in that, that will be the thought next moment. If you think of all your office worries or house worries, etc., and keep on calculating what happened, I should not have done. So there are you are becoming guilty or overjoyed or whatever it is, plus or minus. But it will continue as soon as you get up. The seed will sprout again. That is why ending, do pranayama, meditation, listening to good music. Like when there, he says just 5 minutes thing, universe is giving me like that. Or put some beautiful music. Almost every day I put just music and sometimes I forget it will be going on. I don't know when I sleep in 1 minute I would have slept, but it's subconsciously you receive that. You feel so fresh in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you are awake. Feel like doing some work. Since I don't have any work, then again I will be in the bed for some time. That's all. So you see the difference. That's the point I'm telling. So last, before going to sleep, it is in your hands what you want next day morning. So put nice music, do Brahmari Pranayama, or if you know meditation, specific music, like with so many ragas are there. If you like Hindustani music, fine. Classical, not the rock music, of course. Right? You see the change. And say, I am fine. And always with gratefulness. The moment you get up, when you go to sleep, thank everyone, starting from your parents. Let that thought be their gratefulness. The moment you wake up, also the first thought, even before getting up from the bed. Thank you, universe. Thank you, mother. Thank you, father. Thank you, X, Y, Z, all gurus. I am alive. Be thankful for that. Yes, my body is still here. Let that be the first thought. Like that, you start, you see, things can change, right? I hope I answered your query. Nobody can answer anybody's question. Only we have to find from within in the end. It's only just sharing, right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ashish sir, to add also, sometimes the type of interaction that you had with your parents, there might be some kind of guilt that you thought that, I might have told this thing, or there might be some kind of issue that might have not been resolved, which you might be thinking. So even for that also, we should understand that, soul never dies, right? Soul is always there. It's just the physical body that's gone. And this beautifully says that, your parents become your guardian angels. They're always watching you. So when you are in guilt or when you are feeling all these emotions of whatever the reason it is, the past, they also feel the same emotion in whatever energy form they are around you. So always be happy, and there are some kind of things that you can also express to them in the soul form also. So you need to see that in that perspective. And especially, as Parmesan sir said, there is a whole science on how to sleep. The moment how you should sleep is itself a whole science, because the thoughts and the things that you carry on while you sleep will trigger all these deep embedded emotions when you get back. So that's why they say you sleep early, definitely, but half empty. You keep your stomach half empty, eat little, sleep early, but at least 2 hours to 2.5 hours before you sleep, cut off all the external communications, no TV, no news, nothing. And you be in that meditative state. Try to do meditation, try to read some nice books, spiritual books, so that you go with that memory into the sleep. And then when you get back, you see the change. The type of thoughts that you have are really different. Because I practiced it, because I used to watch all movies. I used to sleep like that only in sofa. So in my family room. So the moment, the type of dreams also are different. The type of dreams that you get are also very different. So when
if you
try
see a
like
movie and sleep, if you see a movie and sleep earlier, I know serials and all that, you will become part of one character. You become that character. You see clearly. So you start playing that character continuously. It happens.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yes, as sir said, you carry that memory or that emotion and you create your own story and that. So the science of sleep is also very important. And understanding the essence that your parents are always around you. They always want to see you happy. That's it. There is no negative previous guilt or sadness. Nothing resides in the soul, because soul is in purest form. It's only the human body that has this duality. So you need to understand in that way also. And always, whenever you get up, you feel that your parents are around you, express your gratitude and love to them. Feel that they are beside you. That's it.
Okay. No, thank you very much again for this perspective. And now that you mentioned it, I think there's a guilt. Sorry.
That's why practice even gratefulness and forgiveness also. If any negative feeling is there on anybody, you have to practice forgiveness also. That's all. Forgiveness followed by gratitude to anyone. That will remove all those,
Start doing the forgiveness exercise, because everything is energy. And when you do it regularly, because they don't, whatever it might be, they don't want you to be unhappy. They always want you to be happy. But it is this sense of our guilt and everything that pulls us back, and that prevents them to connect with you. When you start expressing your love, your forgiveness, do it regularly, continuously, every day. You will get connected with them and you'll see the change, definitely.
Yeah.
They're always there around you and they're always loving. So never feel in that other way. Yeah.
I think Jagruti Shak is there. You can unmute. Lovely.
Yes, sir.
Divine morning to everybody. Sir, I want to ask 2 questions. If we visualize an impermeable shield around ourselves in the form of aura, can we prevent all unnecessary thoughts and attributes to enter our body, mind, and soul, intellect? Like suppose if I watch a movie or a serial before sleeping, but before that I visualize an impermeable membrane, strong membrane as an aura around my body. Can I prevent the impulses which I receive from the movies and serials?
Yeah, actually, there is a system. If you are confident, you can always put an aura shield. In pranic healing, it is done in many energy healing. We can do ourselves. Just visualize a bubble of light surrounding you so that the psychic attacks will not be there. It can be avoided. Psychic energy from others and other negative. So that depends upon your state of mind again. Everything in you. There is no right and wrong, and how it will work depends on our inner state. So if you are confident and just do it, it will definitely give. It is like carrying an umbrella when it is raining. That's all.
Yeah.
Rain impact will be there,
And,
but it depends on the umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah. That
can
we have to practice it regularly, because I'm practicing since many days, and I'm experiencing that quality of aura around me, that means I can prevent those incoming impulses to enter my aura, and very peacefully I get the sleep very peacefully.
Fine.
And
Yes.
one more question I wanted to ask, that our parents and our masters, those who all have left their body, physical body, how means they don't have the sense organs, no, like what we have, 5 sense organs. So how do they feel our feelings? Means neither they can see us. Means how we can come to know that they are around us, as Ravli ma'am, she told us now, no, that our parents are in the form of angels, they are around us. How do we feel their presence?
See, this is one cannot really answer, because how you feel is you only know, number one. But number two, yes, enlightened people can see, even just by showing, like Ramana Maharshi, just by showing hand, energy flows. Even I have experience with certain masters. Through the eyes, they can. And in one master, in fact, when we two were there one time, certain things happened. I never asked for solution or anything. Just said, see, this is happening, you have to change this. What you are doing, just like that. So it can, depends on energy connection. It can happen. Your trust in it can. It is the trust. But having said all those things, all that I am telling is, having gone to several masters, certain little experiences, don't look for experiences, number one. Number two is, don't analyze using your left brain rationally and all that. Just surrender, okay, let it happen. You only will learn, like graduation happens. Post-graduation, then PhD. Like that, internally, it's allowed to happen. Don't question on that. If you are happy, fine. If you are not happy, keep away. So there is something. Your own mind, inner mind will say, no, that is negative energy is there. It's not the place to be there, not to listen. So you start. And sometimes you find in one place, okay, this is enough. It is not that nothing is there. Other people will flock, they may get something. But you may find, whether the master or that vortex itself, okay, I got what I need, be thankful for what you got and keep away, like that. Stop analyzing, and there is no need understanding in our, through our rational mind. Then we start getting more and more the real feeling. That's all. That's the only thing I could say.
Thank you, sir.
To add upon what Parameswaran said, I would say that the whole existence and creation is being created with one emotion called love. So when the soul moves away from this human body, from the aspect of duality, it only vibrates in love. Exactly. So that is the only emotion that is there.
Light and love, no? Like
yes.
Vibrations and light
pure
and love.
That's it. That's it. There is no other duality or any other energy. That's only pure love. Just like how Jesus saw towards his disciples or towards his followers or towards the people who hated, he only saw with love. There was no duality. Just like how Sai Baba saw towards his disciples, there was only love. There was no duality. So the highest form of emotion that exists for a soul is love. And they'll always see it to us with love. That's it.
So, but many times I have experienced the smell of my mother. Like she used to use a perfume in a hanky, and also many times I experienced that smell. I check it twice, thrice, that whether it is real. I close my eyes and I be more conscious about the smell. But I feel I have experienced many times the smell. So
it is real
they
only.
must be visiting.
It is real. See, in the sense, your Muladhara is activated. Muladhara is responsible for your smell. When your Muladhara chakra is active, You feel the smell. See, even thinking, you can feel, you can get the taste also. That is what we are doing in hypnotherapy and all that, you know. When you are in the deep, relaxed state, all the five senses you can feel anything. So it may happen. So it is there. So everything is energy after all. See, you think of your favorite sweet or say pickles, I always say. What happened? Even just by thinking, seeing, even without even seeing, just think of that, saliva comes. That's how your glands are activated, right?
Yes.
So if that can happen, think of this much beyond that. Subtle level, yes, believe it. Don't, that's what I'm telling, trust. Don't become some people, you know, always doubting Thomases. And don't worry, just be okay. Enjoy that, whatever happens for the good. As long as it's not a disturbance, fine, be happy. Don't analyze, don't share with so many people, unless, you know, they are also in the similar level, just to understand. Here we can talk, but not anyone and everyone. Some will ridicule you, then you feel bad.
Yes.
Ah, where is angel and all that? Angel is in the picture only. Some people will blabber, forget. It is an experience. So you can feel the touch. Now, when I was meditating, you know, I was thinking an ant is walking on my face. How can an ant come here right now? If it all come, it could have occupied entire my bed. Not even one is there now when I check. It's a feeling. So it's energy movement. Yeah. Simple thing I'm telling. So just be happy. Feeling is the key. And be happy with it. Stop analyzing. Stop sharing with unwanted people, except who are really, you know, helpful to each other. It should be useful to somebody, or it will be useful to me. That is what I said. Talking minimum is always better. Silence what you are talking earlier, you know. That's all, right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Our friend Ramakrishna ji.
Thank you, sir.
Present. Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, you know, as you asked me for sharing, I want to share my, you know, transformation, what is happening in last few months since I started meditation journey. I'm able to observe my thoughts, okay, and then I'm able to analyze my thoughts and divide them into buckets. I'm able to label my thoughts. Okay. Like these are typically one repeat of the yesterday's movie or a drama. Okay, whatever I saw in the movie, I keep thinking about the same movie for at least 2 or 3 days. So the previously, like I used to engage in that thought. Now I label it, and okay, it will continue, and then I move on. And next one is location-based memory recall. I have observed that when I visit few rooms, I get some thoughts. And similarly the places also, like, you know, you go there and I get that thought. That is a location-based recall. So previously I used to engage in that thought. Now, as soon as I get it, I label it. Okay, it's a memory-based recall, and I move on. That is two. And the second one is about the people. And any kind of a bad memory recall, I'm able to label it as the bad memory recall, and then come out of that negative emotion more quickly than before. Okay. Similarly, about the people who have caused me some injury, you know, previously I used to engage them in a thought for half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever. Now I'm able to again label them as the bad memory recall, and then let go. I cannot say that I'm able to forgive them. Okay, that is that is a lie. But still, I'm able to come out of that feeling more quicker than before. Okay, that is a transformation I have achieved after the this. And then some people I'm able to forgive. Okay, so that I could clearly see that, okay, fine, no, you have done it. It's okay. Let it go, and I'm able to forgive. Okay, so these are some of the transformations I have seen in me after I've gone through that. The net result of that is I'm having a peaceful time.
That's it. Yeah. So wonderful. That's all. After all, what we want. That's all. So instead of analyzing, yes, you are able to analyze, and yes, This is it. That's good, because those who have got analytical mind, you have to use it instead of getting stuck. And forgiving, as you said, some you are able to, that depends upon the level of emotion stored in our memory. So such people, we have to repeatedly do the forgiveness practice before sleeping or whenever you have time. You have to sit. See, forgiveness is not that there you are correcting them, but the burden goes. See, Now I had a lot of, it is not easy, but you have to do repeatedly. 20 years I have seen so many, whether relations or even in spiritual companions also sometimes. It keep on pricking. Now it's gone. So you have to repeatedly do that practice. Think of them even before sleeping also you can do that. Think of them and you say, like Ho'oponopono, you know that. Some know that. Similarly, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Like that. By doing that, you are disconnecting. That's all. You are not changing them, but the energy may go to them and they may also change. There is a possibility. But don't worry about that. Here, I am unburdening myself. From my space, I am removing that guilt unnecessarily. Because we have only created this. So far, we have been blaming the other situations and people. So that we are removing. It is, I have created, so I can remove. I have put that dirt, I have to take baths. That's all. So you have taken bath. But you may have to repeat it in such cases. That's the only thing different. That's all. It can happen. Forgetting is not easy. Forgiving is easy. So, but you don't have to forget, but only thing, say, forget good things. Don't forget good things. So that also you have to, like that, you know, keep on. What you give, forget. What you receive, remember. That also we have to practice. Whatever you received, remember. Like that. That's all. It's a ongoing process. Life itself is a university. So everybody has to take the examination. Question papers are different for each one. That's the only thing. So as we grow, as we take the path, you know, we learn from that. But apply, as you rightly said, definitely we get more and more positive results, right? Thank you, sir, for sharing.
Thank you.
I'm sure some would have benefited. I see the wonderful smile from Shyam Prasad Garu long back. He opened his mouth, but opening the camera itself is sufficient, shining like my head. You are also shining inside and outside. Thank you. Chandramadali sir would like to share your wisdom.
Well, what is my wisdom? Today's wisdom is something that I have received as input, not output. I need to probably digest it, and then maybe one of these days it will come out as output. Today everything is input. Because I was in absolute bliss. I started around 4:30 till you completed. So what I had done, I had logged into this and then I continued my meditation. I came out just now.
That's nice. That's wonderful to hear. Because what you said, because of your simplicity, there is something beyond that, beyond the words, yes. But really, your presence, you are in your presence. That's yes, the lesson you have
yes,
conveyed.
That is what I realized, yes. 100%.
That's true. Yeah. And that's why even great souls, you know, they don't have to even talk. The presence is sufficient. So when you are in that presence, like now sun is shining, just covered the curtain. Before that it was open. So much heat was coming here. The light has become hot and my computer cannot take that. I can take. So I just covered with the curtain like that. Wisdom and light keeps coming. So cover when needed, when it is too much heat. Otherwise, you know, it becomes then pure light. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for such wisdom.
Wonderful full moon day, and tomorrow also the effect will be there. And those who are in US, yes, as soon as you get up again, you can practice little meditation. It'll be wonderful. The longer, the better. That's why today I think at least more than half an hour I didn't talk, or 45 minutes practically. So I just only the story I wanted to share, which I remembered. So that's all just I jotted down in the night. So no slides and not that preparation. That goes on, never ending. Information filling. But information may not lead us. That is only the first step. That's all. Journey is ours, right? Thank you. Thank you, everyone, once again. If no one is there, we can close with.
Everyone, thank you so much. Today was a wonderful sharing session by Ashish sir, Ramakrishna sir. Wonderful. We want more people to come out and share, because it's already 4 weeks, almost 30 days. We want to see how these knowledge, wisdom has applied. How did you apply it in your day-to-day life, and what changes that you have brought to really inspire other people and also us also. Yeah, thank you so much. And
just I realized that 10 days I have been here. I'm here for every day. I not missed any day, but 10 days I have been the anchor, or whatever you call, facilitator, not teacher. That's all. I could facilitate for 10 days. It's a great privilege. I am blessed. Thank you, universe. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you, GK sir. Thank you, Ravali. Like my daughter, she's just in a moment, anytime she's available to me online. WhatsApp technology. Yes, otherwise I don't know how to prepare slide or and all those things. Just talk what comes from inside. That's all. Thank you all.
Ashok is still meditating or what?
thank you, permission, sir.
Possibly.
I
Ashok, I think he's still in meditation. I don't hear him.
Yeah, both are possible. He may be meditating silently, number one. Number two, he may be in karma yoga, meditating that way. Work is worship, both are possible. Doing multiple things, multitasking.
It's almost 11 o'clock for him. No, it's almost 10:30 for him.
Yeah, I think same thing for